Hi everyone, I'm Amanda L, and today we are doing a maintenance yoga flow. This is perfect for when you just need a little bit of a tune-up, working on the wrists, the ankles, the hips, the shoulders, just stretching and maybe a bit of strength through the entire body. So whenever you're ready, grab your mat. Let's get started right away on all fours. So coming onto all fours, and once you're there, just land and notice the points of contact connecting you down to the ground. Feeling through your palms and your fingertips. Feeling through your knees, your shins, the tops of your feet. Maybe you bring awareness to some activation through the core. And then flowing through some cat-cows, keeping that awareness, but also incorporating that awareness through the spine as you roll around. Maybe you're just arching and rounding, or you can go from side to side, noticing how your weight shifts into one leg, maybe one hand more than the others. Tucking your toes if they're not already, and then sitting back onto your heels. If this is too much, you can always just come forward more. The more you sit back, the more you really feel it. Untucking those pinkies if they are trying to get out of the stretch. And then landing here. You can have your hands at your sides or resting on your thighs. Closing your eyes and breathing through the stretch, breathing into the place where you feel it the most. You can use your hands for this, but if you want a little bit of a challenge, can you flatten your feet down and come into a forward fold at the back of your mat without using your hands? So you would lean your weight back so much that your knees lift, your heels plant, your hips lift, and then you fold, forward fold. Deep or gentle bend in the knees. We are coming into this quite cold, and so we want to provide that safety to the body as we feel into the stretch. Left hand underneath the face, reaching your right arm up and open towards the right side. Dropping the right hand down, left arm reaches. Unraveling through center, using your fingertips if you want, or coming into that seat on your heels with your toes tucked. So if you're coming into that without your hands for a bit of a challenge, just squatting down. And then you'll shift your weight back, your knees will fall forward. Taking it as slow as you can to bring in that control. And now you're sitting back on your heels. Breathing here for a few more breaths. Big inhale, arms reach high. On the exhale, cactusing through your arms, reaching your heart forward. Big inhale, arms reach up. Easy exhale, heart reaches forward. One more time, big inhale. And easy exhale. Taking your palms to the top of the mat, untucking the toes, and then just pitter-pattering them, releasing that energy. Coming into stillness, noticing how your feet feel. Noticing the shifts made in just a short period of time. Now flipping your fingertips around to point towards your knees. This is the same concept as with the feet, so if this is too much, just walking your knees forward. Maybe a bend through the elbows, no big deal. Meeting yourself where you're at. respecting where you're at. If you want to go further, you can shift your hips back. Breathing into the place where you feel the stretch the most. And then maybe incorporating a bit of a pulse. So this is nothing dramatic. You can probably barely even see me moving in the video. Settling into stillness. And then flipping your fingertips out towards the long edges of your mat, out to the sides, and then rocking from side to side. If you want to bring in a bit of strength, a bit of spice, coming into a plank pose. Feeling into the feet, the stretching of the feet, rocking from side to side, bearing a bit more weight into the wrists. If that's too much, no big deal, just coming onto your knees. Evening things out, and then flipping your palms over, so palms face up. Making fist, so pulling your fingertips in towards your palms. You probably won't make it. Mine are not fist, but I am moving in that direction. And then release the fingertips out long. Curling the fingertips in, releasing. Twice more, curling them in, letting it go. And one more time in and release. And then tucking your toes, sitting back onto your heels, shaking out the wrists. Bringing the right wrist forward, flipping the palm towards the top of the mat and grabbing a hold of the fingertips with the left hand. You can, from here, just gently pull your fingertips from side to side. So it's like you're waving. If that's too much, just coming to where you're at. Switching. Pulling the left fingertips back. Rocking them back and forth. And then letting them go. Coming back onto all fours. Big inhale, right arm reaches high. And then threading the needle, sending that arm to the outer left side of the mat. Dropping your shoulder down, your head down. Trying to keep your hips as parallel, as straight as you can. So sometimes when we come into this, we jack them over towards the side that we're twisting towards. Using the left palm to keep that center line can be supportive. And then unraveling, big inhale, right arm reaches high. And letting it drop down, left arm high. Threading the needle. Mindful of the hips. Mindful of the breath. Pressing up, left arm reaches, and then dropping it down. Knees wide, toes together, hips sink back, child's pose. Pressing your hands forward, maybe tenting through the fingertips to provide a bit more space for a bit more stretch. If your arms aren't off of the mat already, activating through that upper body, or through the upper body, through the arms, and then pulsing. Breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Settling into the child's pose, or you can bring your palms together, placing them back behind your head. You can walk your elbows forward a bit to Deepen the stretch. Letting that go and then coming back onto all fours. Drawing big circles with that right knee. One way. Keeping it going for a couple of rounds. And then reverse. Dropping that knee down, up and over to the other side. Big knee circles with the left knee. Taking them one way. And then reverse. Dropping that knee down. Walking your hips back and making your way into a squat at the back of the mat. Tall through the spine. Landing here. Feeling the points of contact connecting you down to the ground. Right hand down, big inhale, left arm reaches high, twisting towards that left leg. Coming through center, up and over to the other side. As you release through the middle, bring your hips down onto the mat. Forward fold of your choice. Legs out long, legs out wide. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Choose your own adventure. Big inhale, arms reach back, heart reaches forward, and then rounding forward, folding over. Coming up into a cross-legged seat. And then dropping the right arm down, left arm reaches up. Left hand meets the right knee as you roll up, twisting towards the right side. Reaching that right arm up and over and landing it on the left knee. Rolling through center, rounding here. And then unraveling into a twist towards the left side. Left arm reaches up and lands on the right knee once more, rounding through center. And then releasing everything into a tall spine. From here, tipping over towards the left side, reaching the right arm up and over. And then rounding back up to center, taking big circles with the spine. So round and round you move, connecting to your breath. Connecting to that spiraling motion that you're creating. And then reverse. And slowly starting to come back into a nice easy seat of stillness. Once you land there, closing your eyes. Connecting into the points of contact, grounding you. Big inhale, arms reach up. Palms pressed together at the top, pulling your thumbs down into your chest, connecting to your heartbeat. Big inhale up through the nose. Easy exhale out the mouth. Twice more just like that. Big inhale. Long exhale. One more time. Big inhale. Nice long exhale. Letting everything settle for a moment. And opening your eyes whenever you're ready. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and let me know in the comments if you have any requests for any future classes. I would love to hear from you. And with that, I will see you next time.